4, 5 AQs.
Yep, so this one here, you know, you get to take a breath of fresh air if you win, right? You get to go for an ACC title. But on the backside, right, you get a little bit of breath of fresh air. And I'll tell you, I have seen Hunter Bolen called for that illegal front headlock. That's the second time I've seen him called in the last 3 matches I've watched. Same thing happened. That's how he lost to Trent Hidley in the duel from that same illegal front headlock. So you gotta fix that. So 1-0 lead for Kane early in this one.
Bolen got here as the 3 seed with a 16-3 major over Baker from Duke. Wow, how about Lewis? Revenge against Hidley right before this.
Electric, right? I mean, that was the match everyone in attendance was waiting to see. It delivered. That was fun.
Gavin Kane beat Bolen on February 11th, 3-1, and it's Kane with a 1-0 lead. He's just a redshirt freshman from Milton, Georgia, Cambridge High School.
I'm pretty sure he had an older brother who wrestled at UNC, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty successful career. I could be wrong.
Devin did wrestle at Carolina.
Yep,
that's right.
Yep.
Devin Kane. Of course, Gavin Kane, like so many of these wrestlers, a 4-time state champion from Georgia.
I'll tell you what, Georgia was, you know, when I was growing up, Georgia was one of those states you looked at and you're like, meh, Georgia wrestling, right? But Georgia has turned it up. They're going to get the Hokies are going to get a really, really good recruit from the state of Georgia, Caleb Henson, next year. He is going to be a fun one to watch. And a nice shot by Bolen. Get that foot up. Big trip, trying to follow it down. And great defense by Kane. And the crowd wants a stall call, but...
Well, you know why? Because he definitely did start to head out of bounds after that great shot from Bolen.
Yep. I mean, I don't think he was stalling. I think he was just savvy. So, shot there by Kane. Good defense by Bolen.
Kane had won 11 in a row until his final match against Trent Hidley, where he fell 13-3. As I mentioned, he beat Bolen the week before, February 11th, Christian, 3-1.
Well, it's not Kane's fault that he lost to Hidley that bad. Hidley was taking it out on him that his brother Hayden just got pinned for the first time in his ACC career. So he was like the little brother who was mad that big brother just lost, going in on the Hulk smash.
Yeah, that's exactly how it played out. You're totally right.
So...
And by the way, speaking of Hidley, he's got a 10-2 lead over Harvey over on map 1. This one is really tight. It's only Bolen being whistled right away. Walk us through that again. As you said, it's happened several times.
Yeah, so what he's doing is he's going to like a football carry with the front headlock position, but instead of being on the chin, he's going on top of the head and underneath the throat and locking his hands. And it's a choke, right? This is wrestling, not jiu-jitsu. So, 1-1 now after the escape for Bolen.
Do you have a gut on this one here, Christian, or is it too close to call?
I will tell you, I'm going to throw a fit like a 6-year-old thank you. Takedown for Bolen. I was going to say I'm going to throw a fit like a 6-year-old if this match ends 2-1 and Kane wins off of that illegal move. So 3-2 now. So you fans at home, just know that I will not be throwing a fit like a 6-year-old because Bolen did get a takedown there. So
it's still just a 1-point match right now.
Nice
Another shot,
shot.
double leg from Bolen, then release. I tell you, Gavin Kane is tough though. Bolen's a handful, and Kane already with a win is not backing down. He is trailing though by 1.
yeah, Kane just needs to get to his offense, right? You've seen Bolen being the aggressor. 1 takedown, but 3 really good leg attacks so far. Hasn't really, Kane hasn't really committed to anything. So, looks like we'll go to the third period with Bolen leading 3-2.
Coach Roby not in the corner for Bolen, as Coach Roby will leave it to his assistants. He is lurking, of course, in the background. And what about Coach Roby? When he first took over, it was kind of crazy. Remember, there's a little bit of controversy. All he did was win an ACC championship in Raleigh.
Well, I think that was a weird time, right? It was like a weird 2 weeks where everyone was like, what the heck's going on? And Coach Dresser left. Roby takes the helm and does a phenomenal job. I think they brought home a team trophy that year, a 4th-place finish, right? So, like, they didn't miss a beat. And Roby has just developed this staff, developed this team, continued to bring in great recruits, and I'm pretty sure they're getting a new wrestling room. So everything's firing over there in Blacksburg.
Meanwhile, this one is tied at 3s here with 1:20 remaining. Bolen and Kane, the 3 seed and 2 seed respectively.
So 3-3, Bolen with an escape and takedown, Kane with 2 escapes and a illegal move. So 3-3, 1 minute to go.
With 5 AQs, there's Coach Roby, as we just talked about, lurking over. He's done a phenomenal job. And as you said, new and improved facilities, well-deserved coming for the Hokies. Well-deserved because, I'll tell you what, they draw. I mean, I don't know if they're a revenue generator, but they're pretty darn close. They get some good crowds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I know the support from the alumni has been like never before. I mean, they've got to be one of the most successful programs at Virginia Tech. Fun team to watch.
Here we go here. Bolen's got a leg.
Bolen, good re-attack, but he's got to get his head up here, and he does.
Trying to avoid overtime. Looking for the trip.
Defense. I'll tell you what, that kid's an acrobat. His balance is incredible. Bolen gets that foot all the way up and goes to trip, but the issue there why Bolen didn't score, he tripped with his heel and not with his toe. And Bolen looking to score here late. Defense, limp arm.
So close, but
nothing.
Yep, it's gonna be, I believe this will be our first overtime match on Mat 2, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. First one of the day, so this one comes with a shot to go to Detroit and book a not-so-hot date with Trent Hidley, because I would not, I don't want to wrestle that guy. He's a bear.
No, but both these two I think we'll definitely see in Detroit. They are top shelf, and part of the reason why there's 5 coming out of 184.
Dean, I will tell you, overtime rules here, 2 minutes sudden victory, 2 30-second periods, alternating positions, and then after that, the sudden victory goes to 1 minute in length. The 2-minute sudden victory is the greatest rule change in the sport of wrestling since the addition of weight classes.
Yeah, I agree.
It is that good. Yep. And stall call on Bolen. So each guy's been warned. Now you got to wrestle on the edge. And
65 seconds remaining here in this sudden victory overtime before they go to the 2 1 minutes that Christian Ovanowski just reminded you about.
Shot by Kane.
Defended well, though, by Bolen, who's got the head down for Kane.
Looking to head in the hole. That's tight. Left foot hooks. Oh, left hand deep. Head up. And gosh, the Kane.
How many times?
That's the 4th time he's limped his foot out of there. I mean, that's incredible.
We're in overtime here. Single leg from Kane. Bolen defends. 20 seconds remaining. Bolen trying to roll him.
This is Kane's best shot at scoring that he's had so far today. Good job by Bolen defending. 13 seconds left in the overtime period.
Wow, what a matchup after Lewis avenged his loss to Hidley and then played it to the crowd, much like Hidley did in Raleigh. This one here has been pretty good.
Wow, Kane was like 2 big steps away from another stall call. So Bolen's head is got 6 feet deep in the hole there, gets the leg, brings it up, and he wasn't above the knee, and Kane was able to limp his foot out of there. So we'll do 30-second tiebreakers here. Pay attention to the riding time. This is where things come into play. Bolen up to his feet quick. Kane locks.
It is not easy to lift Bolen. Had him up for a second. And you saw the acrobatics of the big-time coach for North Carolina, big-time wrestler, Coleman Scott.
Yeah, and you got to be aware of the stall call here as well, right? A ride out and a stall call is better than an escape. Granby by Bolen, ride, gets to his feet. Kane drops to the ankle. And a huge overtime ride out.
Right at 30. The ride is right at 30 for Kane.
So Kane picks neutral because if Bolen doesn't score, he wins. So Bolen's got to go. And he's got to know that, right? So shot by Bolen. Good defense by Kane.
Kane the 2 seed, Bolen the 3 seed. You can see Coleman Scott calling again for that hold against Bolen. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted another illegal front headlock. 4 seconds on the clock. Bolen's got to go in deep. 6 him, hooks. Oh, time's up. And Kane's going to win it off that ride. So 4-3 victory for Kane. He punches his ticket to the ACC Finals, and he'll take on Trent Hidley.
That's huge for team points as well, as NC State sees Virginia Tech go down. They're keeping an eye on that for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean,